as principal cellist, I suppose my duties are manifold. I mean, obviously, I'm a member of the cello section first and foremost, and 90% of the time we're working as a unit. And then it's my duty to decide on bowings and to encourage people to play with the same kind of articulation, like how short do you play a short note? What does short mean? That sort of thing. I can do that either by turning around and making a, like demonstrating or suggesting something verbally, or asking the right kind of leading question of the conductor. I can raise my bow and I say, how short do you want these short notes, Mr. or Miss so-and-so? And in a way, turn the conversation and the rehearsal around to my concern. I have to work very closely with the other principals, mostly our concertmaster, Glenn Dicterow, but also my fellow string principals, Mark Ginsberg, principal second, Cynthia Phelps, principal viola, as well as our principal winds, because very often we'll share musical lines. I might have a duet to play with one of them, in which case we have to agree on phrasing, intonation, that sort of thing. One time I shocked the trombone section by walking back there and asking them where they placed a certain B flat. They hadn't seen a string player back there since Grover Cleveland was president, I think. But it's very good to continually communicate with your colleagues in the orchestra. It's very easy to become sort of a cog in a big wheel and relinquish any kind of responsibility. But it's nice to stay in contact musically and say, what are you doing here? How can I help? Or conversely, could you help me do this here? That sort of thing. Obviously, also, I handle solo assignments. Very often, a composer will write a solo line in the middle of a piece. And in that case, it's good to have experience as a solo player as well, so that you understand about projecting in a big hall. There's no doubt that Avery Fisher Hall is a very big hall. And it's not entirely kind to solo instruments, especially a cello. So you have to have that kind of experience and skill. So it's putting a lot of things together, listening carefully, having a good understanding before you go into rehearsal of what's going to be required of you, being prepared, either being prepared with the notes in a concept, or at least being prepared with questions that you need to ask the music director or the conductor.